Have you ever thought about what your biggest regret might be when you're older? It probably won't be the car you drove. It won't be the stocks you didn't buy. And it definitely won't be how big your net worth was at 65. For most people, their biggest regret is not living enough. Not doing the things that they say they do later. Not spending the money that they had to create the memories they wanted. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Why saving too much could actually be the biggest regret of your life. A friend recommended a book to me that completely shifted my perspective. Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. I was always thinking about my future net worth, tracking my savings rate, optimizing every dollar. But I wasn't optimizing my life. And that's what Bill Perkins is really talking about in Die with Zero. So what's the core idea? The idea is this. Money is a tool to live a fulfilling life. And if you die with too much of it, it might actually mean you didn't live fully. Now, he's not saying to be reckless. He's not saying go blow your savings in your 20s. He's saying timing matters. Some experiences are best had when you're young. You can't backpack across Southeast Asia at 75 the same way you can at 25. You won't want to go skydiving or take surf lessons or hike Machu Picchu when you're 85. So what are you saving for, really? Perkins breaks it down into a few key themes that really resonated with me. 1. Life has seasons. Different stages of life come with different abilities, physically, emotionally, financially. And experiences should match those seasons. The book encourages you to front-load life where possible. Spend more now on things you'll never want to do later. You're not just managing your money, you're managing your time and health. 2. Maximize life experiences, not just wealth. Most personal finance advice is about growing your money. This book is about using your money. Experiences, not things, tend to bring the most lasting joy. And those experiences become your story, your legacy. So Perkins suggests actively planning your life around meaningful memories. Vacations with your kids, adventures with your partner, trips with friends, even solo reflection time. And that doesn't just mean spending more. That means being intentional. 3. The time bucket framework. He suggests creating time buckets, dividing your life into decades or 5-year chunks, and mapping out what kind of experiences make the most sense in each bucket. So, for example, in your 20s and 30s, maybe it's travel, adventure, trying new hobbies. In your 40s and 50s, maybe it's building deeper relationships, family memories, career legacy. In your 60s and 70s, it could be about relaxation, mentoring, passing down wisdom. And then you start allocating your money and time accordingly. It flips the script. Instead of saving blindly for the future, you design your life backward, starting with what you actually want to do. 4. Die with zero. Literally. This is the most provocative idea. Bill argues that if you die with a huge nest egg, it's a sign you misallocated your resources. You saved too much. You waited too long. You delayed too many dreams. Now, of course, he's not saying be irresponsible. You still want to avoid being a burden to others. You want a plan. But he makes the point that money sitting in the bank at the end of your life doesn't serve you. Which brings us to another big theme. 5. Give while you're alive. Why wait to give an inheritance at the end of your life? Why not help your kids with a down payment now? Why not take your family on a trip while you're still here to enjoy it with them? Same with charity. Why not support a cause now and see the impact? That was such a mindset shift for me. Because a lot of us, myself included, think about legacy as what we leave after we're gone. But you can build legacy now. And honestly, people need help more when they're younger anyways. That's when the money makes the biggest difference. 6. Regret minimization. This one stuck with me. Perkins asks a simple but powerful question. What do you want to remember on your deathbed? You won't be thinking about your portfolio. You'll be thinking about your stories. Your kids laughing on the beach. The solo trip that changed your life. The risk that you took that made you feel alive. He's not saying throw out your spreadsheets. He's saying don't forget the point of the spreadsheet. So now I'm trying to live differently. I'm still saving, investing, building, but I'm also spending a little bit more on now, on experiences, on memories, on moments. And that's what Die with Zero taught me. And honestly, it might be the most important financial book I've ever read. Now, I'm not here to dunk on FIRE. I think the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early, has changed lives. It's empowered people to question the rat race, to break free of the paycheck to paycheck living, to build real freedom. But sometimes, FIRE turns into this optimization game. It becomes all about cutting every single cost, skipping every indulgence, automating every dollar into investments, to hit this number as fast as possible. And once you hit that number, cool. But what if you miss the point? Because money is only useful when it helps you live a better life. And sometimes a better life means taking your partner to Italy before your knees start aching. Or paying for your kids' college now, instead of leaving them an inheritance they won't see for 40 years. You don't get a trophy for dying with $5 million in the bank. You get regrets for the trips not taken, the hobbies you never tried, the memories you never made. Look, I still invest, I still track my net worth. I believe in financial literacy, and I think everyone should aim for security and freedom. But I've stopped seeing money as the goal. Money is a tool. It's a tool to buy time, to buy freedom, to give generously, to travel, to rest, to experience life. So I started asking myself better questions. What memories am I making this year? What experiences will I remember on my deathbed? Who can I help with the money while I'm still here to see the impact? Because here's the thing. You can't take it with you, but you can convert it into meaning. Since reading Die with Zero, I've made some changes. I still save, but I also spend, intentionally. I book trips without guilt. I treat my family. I take the time off when I need it. Now, I'm not reckless, but I'm also not afraid to live. Because life isn't lived in spreadsheets. It's lived in moments. And I want to collect as many of those as I can. And I think you deserve that too. So if you're someone who's been laser focused on saving, building, optimizing, take this as your permission slip to start living. Book that trip. Take your kid to the game. Upgrade the dinner. You don't need to wait until retirement to enjoy your life. And if you're thinking about FIRE, that's great. Just don't let the journey become the jail. Use your money. Don't worship it. Because one day, you'll look back and ask, what did I do with my life? And I hope your answer is full of laughter, memories, and love.